What if everything you thought was solid, lasting, important, your career, your name, your reputation, or your past, once actually real in the way you believe it is? What if reality itself was just a shimmering illusion, and the path to peace was not in clinging tighter, but in letting go? Welcome back. Today, we are diving into one of the most mysterious and profound spiritual texts ever written. The Diamond Sutra, often regarded as a paradoxical masterpiece of Buddhist philosophy, this ancient teaching still holds the power to shift your perception of life, self, and reality, even in the hyper-busy, digitally saturated world of 2025. This isn't just spiritual poetry. This is a radical invitation to see differently, live differently. Let's begin with a curious fact. The Diamond Sutra is the oldest dated printed book in the world, discovered in the Dongwang caves of China. This small scroll, printed in 868 CA, has outlived empires and revolutions. Its survival speaks not just to its age, but to its timeless power. Why diamond? Because diamonds are indestructible, brilliant, and capable of cutting through the hardest material. And that's what this teaching does. It cuts through illusion. It cuts through ego. It cuts through everything that keeps you trapped in suffering. But here's the twist. It's not a book of easy answers. It's a book of questions that unravel you. Let's break it down. At the heart of the Diamond Sutra is a core Buddhist principle, emptiness. Now, before we lose you with the word emptiness, let's clear something up. This does not mean nihilism. It doesn't mean nothing matters. It doesn't mean the world is pointless or void. Emptiness, or shunyata, means that things have no inherent, fixed, independent identity. Everything you experience is dependent on causes, conditions, context, and interpretation. Let's make it modern. You see a designer handbag. It's just leather and stitching, but we assign it value. Because of branding, marketing, social status, strip all that away, and it's just the bag. The value isn't in the object, it's projected onto it. Same with your social media profile. Your name, your bio, your follow account. It looks solid, but behind it is a fluid, ever-changing person. If you believe that digital identity is you, then a single unfollow can feel like an existential crisis. The Diamond Sutra asks, who are you without these labels, without the things you cling to? That's emptiness, and not despair, but freedom. Because if nothing is fixed, then everything is flexible. If your story isn't written in stone, it can be rewritten. If your identity isn't permanent, it can evolve. If your suffering isn't who you are, it can be released. From this insight springs a radical peace. Let's take it deeper, non-duality. The Diamond Sutra is perhaps best known for echoing the wisdom found in other Buddhist texts like the Heart Sutra. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. What does this mean? Everything we perceive has form: the body, a job, a thought, an emotion. But that form is not separate from emptiness. They are not opposites. They are expressions of one another. Think of a wave. It has a shape, a height, a motion. That's form. But what is a wave? It's just water. Always has been, always will be. Emptiness is the true nature of the wave, not in a void sense, but in a fluid, interconnected sense. In life, this insight liberates you from rigid thinking. We are taught to divide the world: good, bad, success, failure, self, other. But the Diamond Sutra invites you to see beyond those labels. A difficult experience isn't just bad, it's part of a larger unfolding. Your enemy isn't truly separate from you. They reflect something in yourself. What looks like a loss today may be the seed of tomorrow's awakening. This is the power of non-dual vision. You stop reacting, you start seeing. And then you realize something even more radical. You are not a fixed self. The Diamond Sutra repeatedly challenges the idea of a personal identity that is unchanging. It asks the reader, can a Bodhisattva say, I have attained enlightenment? Oh, because the one who says that still believes in itself. In modern terms, this means stop clinging to your roles, your story, your persona. These are useful, yes, but they are not you. You are a process, not a product. You are a moment-to-moment becoming. When you live with that understanding, life becomes lighter. You forgive more easily, because who are you really holding a grudge against? You fail more boldly, because failure doesn't define a fixed you. You love more freely, because love doesn't have to come with identity and possession. So how do we bring this into everyday life? Let's talk practical wisdom from the Diamond Sutra. Let go of labels. When you catch yourself saying, I'm a failure, I'm an overthinker, I'm not good enough for puzzle, ask, who's speaking right now? You'll find that these are just stories. Drop the story. Stay with the moment. Practice mindful observation. Whether you're washing dishes or sitting in traffic, notice the impermanence of each sensation. Nothing stays. That's the path to presence. Respond, don't react. When someone upsets you, pause, ask, is this about them or my attachment to a specific outcome? Watch how quickly you disarm the situation. Embrace the unknown. The Diamond Sutra dissolves the need for certainty. Try saying, I don't know, and that's okay. This opens space for curiosity, which is the doorway to wisdom. Remember the ripple. In the sutra, the Bodhisattva acts without clinging to results. Ugod, serve others, share your gifts, but let go of needing recognition, control, or guarantees. That's freedom. Let's zoom out. The Diamond Sutra isn't just a text. It's a mirror showing you where you're attached, where you're asleep, and where you're ready to wake up. It's not asking you to become a monk. It's not asking you to reject the world. It's asking you to see it clear and to engage with it from truth, not illusion. This is what it means to live the diamond life. To walk into your relationships with open hands, not closed fists. To enter decisions not from fear of loss, but from a place of clarity. To wake up each morning not asking, who do I need to be today? But what is arising right now, and how can I meet it with presence? The Diamond Sutra doesn't offer answers, it offers unveiling. You don't learn it once, you live it. So here's your invitation. Don't just read the sutra, don't just quote it, don't just intellectualize it. Live it. Look at your life. Where are you clinging? Where are you trying to make permanent what is, by nature, impermanent? Where are you mistaking form for truth? Where are you ready to see through the illusion? Because beyond that illusion is not nothingness. It's freedom, it's clarity, it's compassion, it's youth unbound. Thank you for joining me today in this deep dive into one of humanity's most mind-bending and liberating spiritual texts. If this sparked something in you, share your reflections in the comments. Have you encountered the Diamond Sutra before? How do you understand emptiness in your life? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and pass this message on to someone ready to cut through illusion and live with diamond clarity. Until next time, stay curious, stay open, and let your understanding of reality be as fluid, brilliant, and indestructible as the Diamond Sutra itself.